Greetings everybody, I'm going to be picking up where I left off. So where I left off, I had a mechanoid raid down here that left kind of a big mess, and had a meteorite land. But right off the bat, I want to actually start prepping this ship. Yes, I know, ship. It's crazy, but I am just about ready to get off this rock. So I'm going to create a little area here that will be for ship construction. Go ahead and remove this roof too. Line this with a build roof. Yeah, I think it's going to take a while to accumulate all the resources, so I might as well start early. So I'm going to do just that. And then I'm going to change the work restrictions because I have two of my guys doing construction that shouldn't be. Also, I'm going to expand shelter in place to be sort of a warm zone, a safe warm zone, rather than a true like toxic fallout shelter. So I'm going to restrict Cross and Polar to shelter in place. Also changing some work priorities around. Polar is a bad hauler because she is young and can't hold that much. So I'm changing that. Gonna go ahead and delete this stockpile. Also need to find a place for this chem fuel. I think for now it's gonna go here. Call it the chem fuel stockpile. We'll put only chem fuel in it, because this is going to be exposed because it's unroofed. And it looks like we need to start butchering more creatures. Gotta repair that hydro basin for the rice dyes. Oh, we cut it a little close. Alright, that's enough polar bear meat for now. And the snow dig zone is obviously going to change, so I gotta fix that as well. Polar was digging out some nonsense there. Let's expand it. There we go. Put it on the inside too. Whoa. I jumped a little bit. I must have accidentally hit shift. Alright, so that's where our ship's gonna go. And I'm right off the bat, I'm going to build a reactor. It's the more important item of the ship. Probably most important. You're not going to get anywhere if you don't have power. And then what I can do is I can put the reactors here, and then the rest of the stuff up there. I think that will be a pretty decent ship. Go ahead and haul this steel away. Done. And start working on this reactor. It's a big old project, going to take a while. Blackjack's on components because I'm going to need a whole lot of those. And Cross is on the research to finish it all up. So this reactor is going to generate power, so I'm going to bring a cable down to the solar generators. Be able to use that power. Why'd you haul it there? I don't even know. I have a stockpile down here and you weren't even using it. Liam is on a major break. How about you go eat? I know, I pushed you a little bit too hard there, my friend. Sexton can take over. Oh, Pilar got cold. She'll be able to get inside in time, I think. Yep. Incapacitated refugee. No, I'm not really looking to bring on any additional pawns. Even Pilar was probably a bad idea, economically speaking. But the damage has already been done, so I'll just go from here. Try to make the wisest decisions I can. Now, because we're in the start of winter, this is not enough heat for that component assembly bench. As you probably can see, it is cold in there. Cold and dirty, dank. Short circuit. Good old-fashioned house fire. Burning away my scyther blades. Lovely. That is one reason why you don't keep chem fuel near anything electrical. So that would have been a lot different had it set chem fuel on fire. Blown up everything. Because of the short circuit and the fact that we don't have a lot of plants sown, I'm just going to turn off the grow light because it draws the most power. Liam here is almost done with the ship reactor. Getting pretty close. Alright, so once you're done shoveling, I need you to actually clean the base. The base is filthy. That was supposed to be your job. So it looks like we ran out of steel making the advanced components, so I'm going to flick on a machining table and break down some of the mechs that we have. Also, I can expand the dumping stockpile like that to move these corpses somewhere where they're not going to... Okay, we're already hypothermic. Let's get inside. You left your meal out there. I'm just going to go ahead and forget the external snow zone here. It's just too much effort. This cross is almost done researching those engines. We have so many mechanoids. Really close. And then once we have all the ship research done, I don't even think we need the high-tech research bench or anything like that anymore. We'll be all set. Alright, so we have enough components to have Blackjack continue the advanced component assembly. We have enough steel and components and uranium and gold. But they're all sort of hanging out. Who insulted you? Yeah, slowly socializing with Pilar there. Alright, moving the corpses. Could you haul this last one? Because I want to butcher some more creatures, and I don't want to butcher Muffalo. I'd rather butcher the polar bears. Now, one thing I could do is set the no slag here to be also no machining. That way, Blackjack definitely does the advanced components and doesn't break down the mechs, because Liam here can craft and break down the mechs himself as well. As can pretty much everyone. But soon, Cross will be done with his research, and he'll be able to get his hands dirty again. Okay, so we're done with propulsion. We just have core and caskets left to do. And another meteorite, which I'm going to ignore. I don't really have use of that material. Alright, so we're bringing in the last few scythers that were left to rot out there, left to rot and rust. Bringing them back in. Alright, Pilar, you really want to dig? You can dig. I'd rather you clean the dirt. Yeah, this this base is super filthy. Liam is on a major break risk. It's a bunch of things I can't really help. Eating without the tables, kind of an option, buddy. You can eat with the table if you want. Alright. This zone is getting too filthy. I can't ignore it. I'm gonna have Blackjack take a second to tidy it up. Yeah, it's much better now. Being in a hideous environment continually can cause you to, you know, cause your mood to tank. It's not something I really want to have happen to my pawns. So this reactor here, ooh, a bulk goods trader. This reactor here is a very wealthy object to construct. Oh, and a raid of mechs. A bunch of flame mechs. Not cool. At least they're coming to my base. I don't have to clean up a ship or anything. So let's lure the scythers in first. Liam, I'm not going to have you leave the base just yet, as there are a bunch of mechs coming. Cross, when you wake up, wear that. Come on, scythers. Take the bait. Coming to the Deadfall maze. Where are they headed to? Oh yeah, they're coming in. Splat and splat. Alright. Cross, I'm gonna have to wake you up now. Wish I could let you sleep in, but I can't. All three of these guys are gonna go do their anti-caterpillar business. So I'm really not interested in my base getting completely engulfed in flames with those caterpillars. It's very, very annoying when they set everything on fire. There's nothing I can do about it either, except for take them out ahead of time like this. Come on, some good hits. I've been seeing some grazing blows. So many Inferno cannons. All but you. All but the one that's just going, I don't even know where he's headed. Alright. Doing a little health checkup. Liam is shivering. But it's not. It will become minor. So I'm going to head back towards the base here. And they're getting stressed too. At least that... two of the caterpillars are pretty damaged. problem is I'm kind of running into traffic here. Because this one is coming in as well. Alright, I've done the damage I can. I'm going to have them go take care of their mood, because that is just as equally of concern. Now, the rest of these guys, I think, are just going to stand around a while. Crossyear just told me he wants more shooting. Whoa, Sexton. How about we don't walk into the mechanoid that's fighting us? Alright, so this one appears in range. Alright, that caterpillar's dead. And the fires are going to start. Let's take cover. Fortunately, these guys are pretty damaged because of the work I've been putting in already. So it's not going to take very long for the turrets to do their thing. Tried my luck a bit too much already. Let's see if Sexton can't sneak up behind there and put some of these fires out. Ooh, I was trying to pull Blackjack back, but he didn't get back in time. Does he? Yeah, he is medicine. Self-tend. There we go. So there's another one down, another one of these centipedes. I'm gonna attack from behind as well. Alright. So we have... Ooh, Cross took that one out, so we have one left. I'm gonna put out some of the fires before it comes. Pilar, you better... Oh, nope. I was trying. That's an interesting way to flee. It'll actually benefit you. You will get out that way. Alright, you can self-tend as well. And they're all dead. Just more steel, plasteel, and components for my war. My ship, I should say. Ship named War, maybe. Alright, so the dead cable here got burned up. Ooh. Toxic Fallout 2? Jesus. Jesus H. But a party. Oh, we're celebrating! Celebrating the Toxic Fallout. That's cool. Have everyone attend this party. Who are we missing? We missing Cross? Yeah, Cross, go attend. Well, it's the end of the world party. For now, I'm not going to clean that up. Or this, for that matter. Because it ain't worth me leaving the base for. Or this. Let everyone do their own tasks. Blackjack's fully healed. That's good. These stupid turrets have been left on because they never built the cabling. Oh well. Alright, cranking on this advanced components. And Pilar got an infection. From her burn. A middle finger. Alright, let's build that conduit so we can turn off these turrets, save some power. She'll be fine. I'm not going to give her meds. She's in a hospital bed with a vitals monitor. There's really no chance of it going south for her. I think we're out of room for the dumping stockpile, maybe. I'll expand it a little bit. Maybe, oh no, there's still some room. Whatever, it doesn't hurt to have a little bit more. She is unhappily nude because she doesn't have pants. She doesn't have pants because it burned off of her. Alright, so let's make her some polar bear skin pants. Need materials. That's because I have something weird selected here. Let's allow all. Craft up some pants for you. Now I have ship engines, and you need now 3 of them. I'm going to build the middle one first. Minor break. Daylily died because of cold. Yep. That'll happen. Never got around to trading with that trader, did I? Kind of got a little busy. Alright, so we've made our pants. Hope she's satisfied with them. Let's check her healing. Yep, she's fine. Immunity's flying up there. It's too bad. I could have purchased a whole lot of steel. Could have purchased hundreds of steel from that bulk, because that was my lapse of focus. Let's call it. So at the very least, I can get rid of the rubble inside the base, as that is the more important of the rubble. Makes it uglier. Alright, so most of the inner base is fine. Oh, we're still hauling scythers from way down under. And it looks like Blackjack, at least temporarily, will need to be our cook. Because we kind of don't have one, and we are running out of meals. We could allow the fine meals up here, but I'm not going to bother. We can crank out some meals pretty quick with Blackjack. He's skilled at it. Alright, so Liam here is readying up the deadfall traps, the Maze of Death. Pilar's over her infection entirely. That was actually pretty quick, I must say, which means that she being Pilar, the only she in our base, is back to full-time cook. cooking, cleaning. She's basically the maid of the base. Not to be misogynistic or sexist, it's just what she was, she doesn't really have any other skills that I'm utilizing. To be fair, Sexton did a whole lot of cleaning as well. Okay, another raid. They are preparing a while, so basically they're going to be corpses at the edge of the map, is what they're trying to say to me. Alright, that's fine. I'm not sure I'm going to clean them up, though. Alright, cross here. We can switch clothing. You're now no longer really working outside. There's also toxic fallout. I should probably assess everyone's toxic fallout percentages. Yeah, Sexton just has an initial build-up because he's doing some outside stuff. Yeah, see, I'm not even gonna bother like addressing your assault. I don't care. You're not even gonna get close enough to Liam to hurt him. See, I told you. You guys are wimps and wussies, and no threat to me whatsoever. Ooh, you had a Luciferium addiction? Someone had a rocket launcher? I didn't even really look at these guys to see how dangerous they were, because I knew they weren't going to make it to me. It's negative 174 or negative 115 Celsius out. Yep. There was just not a snowball's chance in hell that they'd ever had make it to me. So we're not continuing to build that because we don't have the steels, but I can get the steel pretty easily. Breaking down some mechs. Yeah, I think for once I'm not going to bury them. Or, yeah, I guess I'll bury them. Right? I've been burying everyone else, might as well bury them too. It is a considerable amount of work to bury a bunch of idiots that froze themselves to death. But someone's got to do it. I just have to keep an eye on Sexton's toxic buildup because he's almost in minor, so which means I'm going to have to shelter him in place. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to shelter him in place now. Let's restrict everyone to shelter in place. No more leaving the base. Because I don't really want toxic buildup. Can cause advanced dementia. I don't need a demented 26-year-old. Not at all. Alright, we're going to have a lot of idle pawns, but I don't really see that that's much of a problem. I'd rather have idle pawns than demented ones. Alright, so just... Yeah, are there just... Yeah, there are mechanoids we can disassemble. They just haven't yet. 2 colonists idle. Idleness is fine. They will socialize and the like. Alright, Pilar's actually going to be breaking down some mechs. That's cool. We need to break the mechs down for the steel because we're using up all our steel in construction. Alright, so we finally put all the steel we needed for the engine turbine here. Or turbine, the ship engine. I was reading the warning about the turbine breaking and mixed the two words. There's probably a term for that when you mix two things together like that. I guess I can now turn back the sun lamp. I had it off for a long time because we had a short circuit down here. We just kind of never flicked it back on because we've just been using meat for a food source. In fact, you know what? I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to grow all cotton. Why not? do what I want. Alright, so Sexton here lost some toxic buildup, but it's still non-zero. It's above 0. Alright, let's check their needs. Feeling bad, ugly environment, a bunch of stuff. No cabin fevers or anything that I can very easily fix. So Pilar gets a little bit less steel and plasteel for these tasks here, which means I might just allow good crafters to do it. Which is not you. Just because I don't want a low yield. I'd rather have Blackjack or Cross do it. So let's say 13 plus. Alright, building this is definitely giving us toxic buildup problems. So I'm going to take Sexton off constructing for now. He'll start working in the garden, planting all that cotton that I wanted. So the more toxic buildup, the lower the consciousness, and the lower the consciousness, the harder it is to work, and then it's a vicious cycle until you basically can't function very well anymore. And I'd like to avoid that. So now that Cross is done with Cryoslleep caskets, or almost done, there is no other research that I want, which means I'm going to break down my crafting tables, because why not? Wasn't using it. And that also means that I could probably move this masterwork stool to the kitchen. Give him a nice dresser and end table. I'm gonna have him work on it. Of course, he has to make 15 trips. Heavens knows why. Excellent. This makes the bed just all that much more comfortable. Haul this stuff out of your base, and then install the stool, and then, man, I'm just putting you to work now that you're done researching. Then clean up your bedroom, and then you can go to sleep. So if you look at the comfort, it's above 1, which means it is as comfortable as you can be. Right, clean up that dirt, and this one too. Have a meal, and oh, you're not even going to head to sleep. So you never needed to. So now Blackjack and Cross are a mighty good duo of getting steel and crafting done, which is great. So he also has a bionic arm. They both do. So it doesn't actually really matter who's at the component assembly, truth be told. They're both really good at it, so I don't really care. What I do care about is that we are as productive as we can be. So let's get this light back on now that the cotton's all grown, or all sown, I should say. A lot of this is just tidying up, shoveling. Not that much to do. I'm actually going to dig this little path because I've such little stuff to do in the base. I might as well go ahead and do that. I can also start one of these engines. So I have the chance to build another engine. And I'm actually going to plop a plasteel wall here and here so I can roof this off. Because it's in a toxic environment, and I'd rather work in a non-toxic environment. And I can remove the roof when I want to launch. Cross is hypothermic. Have you warm up. That was not really the warm-up I was planning, because you're now getting frostbite. Oh, you lost an ear? Jesus, that's not a little bit of frostbite. You're now disfigured. Great. Well, at least you wear a toque. Christ, that was not something I expected there. When you wake up, wear a parka. I don't know how a parka's going to keep your ears warm, but we'll make pretend for now. There's really nothing to be done about that ear, is there? Nope. Really nothing at all. It's where the advanced prosthetics mods come in handy. So if I look at the social and look at Cross, now it's a permanent minus 15 because of his disfigurement. Because people are really mean to the disfigured for I don't know why. Inspired surgery. That's cool. I don't have anyone that needs surgery. I don't know. Could you fix Cross? No. I guess I could get the new mission of like the mechanite serum to restore your body, but I haven't been offered that mission, and I'm not sure I would use it just for an ear. Alright, so we are making, yeah, we have enough components for this last engine now. Not that we have the steel yet, but we're breaking down the mechs to get the steel. And then, planning out the rest of it, I'm going to put the core here, the cluster here, and maybe beams like that. It's a very weird looking ship, but I'll forbid that for now. Just focus on the engines. Alright, zooming out and allowing all the scythers to be butchered. Who's Pilar getting closer to? Ooh, unfortunately. Well, she's getting closer to Liam. They both are idle a lot in this base. So this requires steel, plasteel components, steel, plasteel components, steel, advanced components, gold, core, steel, gold, components, advanced components. So I don't need a whole lot more uranium, which is good. And then the caskets require a little bit of uranium, but nothing it can't obtain. So really, I think steel is our bottleneck more than anything else, but I think I'll be able to get enough steel off of these 40 scythers, or however many there are. And I can always break down tool cabinets and other things that are made of steel. Deadfall traps. I can literally replace steel deadfall traps with plasteel ones for an upgrade, and that actually benefits me if I get to that. I'm not quite there yet. I'm not quite at the point where I need to start cannibalizing my own base. I'd prefer not to, even though that's probably the fastest way to go about it. Alright, so looking at everyone's health, the toxic buildup is falling a lot in Sexton and Liam. Liam is barely toxically built up. What's down here? Nothing. Okay. Yeah, and they're all idle, because there's really nothing left to do but forge ahead in the ship construction. I don't really have any other tasks for them to do, which I suppose is a good thing. Some downtime is well earned. Alright, Luddite Rebel. Nope. Sorry, my friend. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is build the core. So how many components? 5 components each, so 25 advanced components plus 35, 45, 50, 50. I need 50 more advanced components total, and I have 3, so I'm going to do this 47 more times. I think if I've done the math right, that's correct. Obviously I can fix it and change it, but that looks about right. And yeah, I think I'm going to actually start replacing steel deadfalls with plasteel ones, because plasteel is really our bottleneck. And all I'd be doing is upgrading the base, which is not a bad thing. So we almost have enough steel for that. Actually, we do. If you count this steel over here, we have enough steel for the AI core. And what I'm going to do here is put some plasteel here so we can build the roof. Just to support it, make sure it doesn't cave in or anything. Alright, so we have a ship and a hangar, basically. Alright, and now I'm putting plasteel down. Because yeah, we get a pretty good amount of plasteel out of the scythers that we break down, so I feel pretty good about switching the traps up. And these plasteel ones will hit a bit harder as well. And all this extra steel can go to ship construction. So we just ran out of plasteel, but surely there are mechanoids I can break down for some added plasteel. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinstall some of these, maybe not, yeah, that one. Some of these heaters in the construction area. Try to heat this bench up a little bit more. It is really struggling, but it's, okay, there we go. It's not always bad temperature, because that's kind of what we're waiting on, is the components. So if the pawns sleep a little bit in the cold, oh well, so be it. Yeah, it's a good temperature now. As long as these doors aren't opening constantly, it stays a pretty reasonable temperature. One thing to note is my wealth has gone up a lot because constructing the ship adds a lot of colony wealth. Quite a lot of it. Ooh, everyone's getting food poisoning. It's like Stand By Me in the pie eating contest. Everyone's going to be puking everywhere. Which is unfortunate. So Cross is breaking down the mechs. And Blackjack is crafting the parts. Yeah, there's really almost no plasteel left required in this base. There's 150 for each of these pillars, and then it's just whatever the casket needs, which is none. Okay, so only 150 left. I'm actually just going to allow the construction of, oh boy, of these structural beams. Because we are waiting on more advanced components for the core. Alright, so this is good temperature now? Yeah, so we're crafting like 40% faster, which is excellent. So I only have 15 minutes left in this episode. I'm probably not going to get around to the ship this episode, but next episode, barring any crazy, dangerous, and unforeseen circumstances, I should be able to get out. What am I waiting on here? Plasteel? Yep. Yeah, it's pretty good. So we have everything we need for the computer core. Still have that AI core that I squirreled away. Sitting up there undamaged. Alright, so now we're building the core. Cross's construction skills probably gone up a bunch. Oh yeah, it has. Region known master. Yeah, it's not often that people can build their own spaceships, right? Takes a particular set of skills. I'm actually dwindling my... Well, not dwindling. I still have plenty of uranium, but I have less uranium than I started with, obviously. Alright, so there's the core. Now we're going to do the beams. The beams don't require the AI, the advanced beams don't require the advanced components, so they're pretty straightforward to make. And I have all the steel I need, I think, for these beams. Maybe not all the plasteel, but we're working on it. Yep, we have all the steel we need. I need a little bit more plasteel, but luckily I just have such a wealth of scythers that's really no issue at all. Ooh, a party. Yeah, actually, you know, although it's still a toxic fallout, I could do a party. Come on, Liam. Are you attending a party from a distance? What are you, like a psychic? Yeah, everyone enjoy that party. 15, 14, 11. Yeah, everyone kind of enjoyed the party a bit, which is nice. Oh, the toxic fallout is settling. It hasn't announced it yet, but obviously the map is not green anymore. So, I'm going to lift Cross, Liam, Sexton from their restrictions. Pilar is still going to shelter in place, and Blackjack's going to still no slag. But the people that are wearing warm clothing can now be free to move about the base. And we have one structural beam. Alrighty. Cannot be placed under roof. Yeah, I can fix that. Remove roof area. I'm pretty happy with the way the base has turned out. The way everything has turned out. I mean, I survived quite a lot of harrowing things. Alright, so we need, what? 2 more scythers broken down to make this last structural beam, and that's all the plasteel I need. Alright. That sounds good to me. Ooh, but we have a raid. A sapper raid. A sapper raid with doomsday launchers. That's just not a standard sapper raid. That is a raid to end all raids. Alright, I'm gonna get my guys ready. I want to do some sniping. Let's have Sexton stand in the door. Because once that doomsday launcher guy comes in range, I want to be firing on him. Slow time down. As soon as he acquires a target, I have to bolt. These guys are obviously not firing all that well. Alright, he's acquiring a target. I need to run. Cross got nicked a little. They're gonna get knocked out due to hypothermia. I just didn't want them sapping. I'm gonna pop back into range, take some shots. Ooh, made you drop your rocket launcher. How does that make you feel? Now I have to worry about Chet here. Who just got into zone. He's downed. They're all about to go down due to frostbite. So, although I still haven't buried these last guys because of the toxic fallout, I'm about to have more raiders to bury. Yeah, I'm gonna pop out here and start firing. So there's no way they're surviving much longer. Oh, you want to fight? Ooh, Liam, you got torso hit pretty bad. Alright, yeah. See, the thing is, you're already fleeing. Alright, Liam, go tend to yourself. And I will try to strip as many as I can with Sexton. Cross, go do whatever you want. I don't know. Is that guy literally not even wearing a jacket? Oh, not shoot her. Strip her. Jesus. Did I really queue up a shoot at point blank? I don't recall I did, but I've been known to be wrong. Alright, so a whole lot of stripped corpses. The restrictions was lifted. And what I can do is I can add shelter in place to this zone so that we can start hauling the stuff. Dark Eye had warmer stuff. Yeah, it's too bad I didn't knock him out. Just allowing all this junk. It's not all junk. Some of it's quite nice, I'm sure. But because I'm so close to just being able to blast off, I really don't care about how valuable anything is. Kind of beyond that, I'd say. I'm just happy that Liam survived that torso shot. That was a pretty rough shot. So we're going to be burying them with their armor and everything. Like I said, I don't really care. We don't have a use for wealth where we're going. That is into space. So we're going to dig some graves and bury some people. Then we have to bury these people as well. As I said, I wanted to bury everyone. These guys are already skeletons. That toxic fallout really did a number on them, didn't it? Alright, Pilar, would you be so kind as to haul this rocket launcher? You want to rest? Haul the Doomsday Launcher. Cross, you're digging the grave. Haul the good assault rifle. That's actually a pretty good find. I like assault rifles. They're probably my favorite weapon. They're pretty long range, they shoot pretty fast, pretty versatile. Liam here is slagging from miles away. We are out of meat again. I have to unsuspend. Get some more meat for our meals. How many more? Oh, we have 32 left to make. It's not terrible. It's gotten pretty good at cranking them out. Crafting skills certainly up there. Higher than Cross's even. Okay, so we've made both beams. I could allow the sensor cluster. We don't have everything we need. We don't have all the components we need for that. But we almost do. So Cross will start constructing that. So we definitely have all the gold, steel components for it. We just don't have the advanced components. But we're getting pretty close. Blackjack is pretty close. Alright, what is everyone else doing? Now that it's the start of April-May, should be warming up a little bit, so hypothermia is not such a devastating threat. Alright, so now that we have that, we need a caskets. I think I can load into that, right? I hope. We're gonna disassemble some mechanoids for steel. And start constructing these caskets. Once I construct this casket, I'm going to see if I can move to this area, because if I can't, then I'm not going to put that casket there, obviously. As it's an unobtainable place to travel, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, so we've buried all the western corpses. We still have 4 eastern corpses to bury. I'm not going to push them to do it. They'll do it if they do it. We've probably butchered enough polar bears. I should have suspended that a little while ago, because the meat started dropping into the other stockpile. All the while, Liam has been a good little trooper, getting steel through slag, which is a pretty slow method. But we only have a handful of scythers left. I mean, we have enough, I think, for a good bulk of the remaining ship. And I can try to figure out how to rummage up the rest of the steel by either breaking down tool cabinets and, you know, different benches and whatnot. I mention this because I'm just about out of time. Which is why I'm talking about next episode. Definitely, unless something horrible happens, definitely the last episode, or likely to be. I don't want to build the crowd sleep casket before the sensor cluster, so I'm going to wait a little bit. Let's go ahead and grow rice again. So what I'm going to do here with this lovely cotton is make this workshop awesome. Because why not? I can, so I will. It also recovers some of the steel from the flooring. So that's 2 birds, 1 stone. At least that's the way I perceive it. It's not a whole lot of steel being recovered from flooring, but it's enough. It is funny to watch them work. frantically pulling up flooring and then putting new flooring down. Alright, Cross. So if you haul this steel out and clean up after Blackjack's vomit, this little workshop is somewhat impressive. And it's still a little dirty. There, somewhat impressive. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice little workshop there. Then, of course, there is this cream carpet here, which I could do. Might as well. We're covering a little bit more steel here and there. I don't know why I would need a carpeted farm. I think I mentioned that before. Kind of seems pointless. Okay, so Sexton's starting to bury the eastern corpses. Cross here is finishing up the farm carpet. Ooh, we might be out of cloth. Yeah, I think I'm almost out of cloth. Oh no, we're not. We have a little bit of cloth left, yeah. So we could finish that off. So I'm gonna have... Huh. Why aren't you assigned to construction? Oh, because you were toxic killing yourself. That's right, I forgot. Okay, so now that farm should be a slightly impressive. Let's clean up. Somewhat impressive little room. And I'm just about out of time, guys. So thank you for watching. And I think what I'll do is I will record the next episode right now because we're so close to liftoff. And probably air it together. But thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, etc., drop me a line, and I'll catch you next time.